If God could take away someone that you thought you would never lose, imagine the person that he can give you that you thought you could never find. In 2021, I lost my grandpa. He was someone who was caring, loving, and a jokester. That's where I got my sense of humor from. I've always tried to make someone laugh, and that's because of him. In 2021, he was drinking and had to go to the hospital. I got mad at him for drinking, and for the first time, I stopped talking to my grandpa. For 2 weeks straight, he called me, but I didn't answer the phone. I got a call from my dad. He said, "Your grandpa is back in the hospital." He was 80 years old, but he could still walk around fine and was still able to drive, so I didn't take it seriously because I never thought that I could lose my grandpa. Boy, was I wrong. They said he had 2 to 3 weeks to live, and as of right now, he was nonverbal. I went to the hospital, and this was during COVID. Only one person could go up to see him at a time. When it was my turn, I sat there for an hour apologizing for not answering the phone the last 2 weeks. Deep down, I knew after I walked out of that room, I'd never see him again. When I told him I loved him and I was about to walk out, he grabbed my hand and said, "I love you and I'm sorry for everything." The man that would take me to see trains before I would go off to school when I was a child, the man that loved me on a level of my own parents, was now gone. Forever. And if I'm being honest, that broke me. For the next couple of months, I spent that time alone. I was angry at myself for not picking up the phone. I listened to a lot of music and kept to myself for the most part. I was told growing up, as a black man, you cannot be sad for too long. You have to get back up and keep fighting. And that's exactly what I did. I changed my perspective and continued to push forward. Then, in 2022, I found you. What went from us hanging out and getting to know each other as friends turned into a lot more. You ended up becoming my best friend and my partner. But even more than that, you are the storm I walk into willingly, the fire I touch without fear of the burn. You live in spaces between my thoughts, where reason ends and longing begins. You are my every heartbeat that forgets its rhythm. Every breath aches to be near you. Loving you is not a choice, it's a beautiful kind of madness that I never want to heal from. Thank you so much for being my partner. You mean the world to me. If God could take away someone that you thought you would never lose, imagine the person that he can give you that you thought you could never find. I naively never thought that I would lose my grandpa. When I did, it made me mature. Death has that effect on you. In that process of maturing, I feel like it made me ready for my partner to enter my life. Which is crazy because coming out of a breakup, I didn't plan on finding anyone anytime soon. Since you've been here, you've brightened my days. You've taught me so much about things I didn't even know about. Even when I'm at my lowest, you always find a way to lift me up. I just want to thank you so much for believing in me when no one else did. I'd like to thank you all for watching my short film. I just wanted to say that life is all about perspective and life is hard, but please remain positive. Also, if you've lost someone in your life, remember these words. A person doesn't die when they die. A person dies when they are forgotten. So if you have someone special out there that is unfortunately no longer with us, make sure to keep their memories alive as long as you possibly can.